welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League. Ladies and gentlemen, here are the Ravens!
Mike Tirico and Greg Olson in the booth. Riley Patterson on the field gets this thing going. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. And he stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. So the Ravens will come out, and they are led by the man who's won the MVP twice and was the runner-up a season ago. Hard to believe it is year 8 for Lamar Jackson as the Ravens quarterback. Now the first carry for King Henry. And he's hit behind the line of scrimmage and taken down right away. A loss of yards. What a message on the first play.
You spend all week on your opening script. What are the plays that allow you to find a rhythm and have some early success offensively? Well, in this case, that first play you drawn up sent you going back the wrong direction. How does that change this play caller's approach to the ground game going forward?
Jackson fires complete to Flowers. And he'll be out of bounds after a gain of 9. They'll go about trying to convert on third down.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. A nice job there making that happen.
Third and short, Jackson. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete. Zay Flowers, the intended receiver. And that'll set up fourth down.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on third down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and they have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
That could have broken for a bigger return, but as it is, nice job getting his offense a start out past the 30-yard line. They'll run here. This is Devon Achane. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. Love to start any drive like that. 18 on the first play. And a first down.
Well, we knew coming into this one, Mike, that we were going to see a lot of this guy, and we knew we'd see a lot of him early. And if that first play is any indication of the rest of this game, this defense is going to have their hands full containing him.
In motion is Hill. And that's going to be incomplete, but there's a penalty flag on the field. We'll let the officiating crew sort this one out. You only get a 1-yard buffer from the line of scrimmage for these old linemen. That time he strayed a little too far, and it draws the flag. One of his teammates is there to pick it up.
And they should consider themselves lucky. You can't let a pass rusher through that quickly and not expect there to be consequences. Fortunately, they're at least able to fall on it and prevent this from being a complete disaster.
Work to do now as they come up on second and long. Throwing from the gun is Ewers. Oh, this pass was dialed in right now. They get him again. Marlon Humphrey, usually found in coverage, that time on the blitz, gets there for the sack.
And it's this pass rush. They've made their presence felt here in the early going. That's 2 sacks now for them on this opening drive. And you have to imagine, Mike, there's going to be more sacks to come if this offensive line doesn't clean things up.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Here's Ewers. Now a screen set up for H.M. Searching for some kind of seed to go forward. It's not there. They get him behind the line. 4th down coming up.
Well, when you call a screen play, of course, you're looking to catch the defense off guard and pick up a chunk play. You're not thinking you're actually going to find yourself going backwards, but that's exactly the case here, and really nice job by the defense sniffing that one out.
So, on 4th down, it's Jake Bailey to punt for the Dolphins. LeJontay Wester deep for Baltimore. And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Ravens offense ready to see the football for the 2nd time. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. Here's a zone read to start the drive. And he'll work forward for about 4. It's 2nd down.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You could see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
Jackson now on 2nd down. Now a screen set up for Henry. He'll be out of bounds, but after picking up the 1st down on a gain of 7.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
Play action now. Jackson. He's got his tight end, Mark Andrews. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Jackson to his big target, Andrews, for the Baltimore 1st down.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. And I don't think it's going to be his last.
Roughing the passer, defense.
So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll send Flowers in motion. Jackson going to give it up on a pop pass. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
Well, you can tell that the defense had seen that play on game tape, and they were ready for it. They tried to do a little jet sweep, pop pass out of the gun. Defense was all over it. Nowhere to go, no gain.
They motion the slot man left. 2nd down, Jackson. There's a short one caught by Andrews. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. To the air one more time with Jackson. He'll try and get there, and he will score! Lamar Jackson. Touchdown, Ravens.
But I think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
Tyler Luke now for the extra point. The kick is good, and the Ravens will take a 7-0 lead.
Dolphins nothing.
Now, after the touchdown, Luke is back out to kick this one away. On the return, Malik Washington. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Dolphins offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 34-yard line.
Once again, it's A-10. And he will have the 1st down. Not a huge run, but enough to move the chains.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the 1st down.
On play action, here's Ewers. That's complete. It's Jalen Waddle. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. Waddle's first catch. Good for a 1st down.
Every staff in the league that understands if we have to play a rookie quarterback, regardless of their talent, regardless of how high they were drafted, the ideal situation is to fill that huddle with as many veteran players as possible. The quarterback's going to be young. He's got to make some mistakes. The more veteran, talented guys around him, the easier it is to weather those mistakes.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Ewers. And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield.
What a first half for this pass rush, huh, Mike? I mean, they have just completely dominated this game. They are in complete control, and you have to imagine this offensive line, there's got to be some adjustments up front. They just cannot allow their quarterback to continue to be hit like this.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Out of the gun, here's Ewers. He's going to let this go. Downfield for Waller. And that is incomplete. Contact, but no flags. It's going to be 4th down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
Wester on the return. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The Ravens offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They lead it here early 7-0 as they start with a 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Henry. And he'll get about 5 past the 30-yard line.
He's brought down at the 31. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 31, here's 2nd down and 4. They'll send Flowers in motion. Going to go right back to Henry. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
3rd and 6. In the shotgun, here's Jackson. This one's just too far for the receiver, out in front of him. That one falls incomplete.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
On the return, here's Washington. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. Out comes Miami and the offense to get started on their next drive. And so far, not much has gone right. They've had it twice, punted twice. Looking to sustain something here on drive number 3. Play action now. Ewers. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Well, not exactly a highlight reel type play, but in some cases, just checking the ball down to your fullback, picking up some positive yards is the only play that's to be made.
From the 35, here's 2nd down and 6. Off the play fake, Ewers. That one out wide to Achane. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. A pickup there of 13. Good for a Dolphins first down.
So the rule of thumb, so often when you call these play-action passes, Mike, is that the guy you fake it to, he tends to be wide open more often than not, and it's exactly the case here. Dump it off to the back in the flat, and he does the rest.
And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the Ravens' 47-yard line.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll bring Waller in motion here. So we are through 1 here on Sunday Night Primetime. It's the Ravens out front. We'll be back in Baltimore after this. The Dolphins in possession of the football. We begin the second quarter. 2nd and 5. As we are ready to get back underway. And he will work this down inside the 40. That's going to be good enough to move the chains. First down.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen, and not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2, but it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor, and when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense. So I don't think his fullback was his primary option on that play, but a really nice job by the quarterback, working quickly through his progression, getting the ball down to his big fullback, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
From the 33, here's 2nd and 4. A run, and it's Achane. And he'll be near the first down marker. Let's call it a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on 3rd down.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
I know it's early in this game, but in my mind, that's 4-down territory, and certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on 3rd and short, gets a fresh set of downs, and now they got to see if they can come away with some points.
On 1st and 10, it's Achane. Yeah. And they're in business now. He is out of bounds inside the 10. That is a gain of 22, and it sets up 1st down and goal.
Really nice job getting this ball out to the edge, and then once he's able to get clear of the D-line, get vertical and accelerate down the sideline. That's a great run. He's forced out of bounds, but not before setting up 1st and goal.
Here's Achane. He'll be wrapped up there down at the 3-yard line.
A gain of 3 brings up second and goal.
The ball a little closer now. It is second and goal. H.S. This defense backed up, but they bring the fire there. Stop him before he can get past the 3-yard line.
Although I would have liked to have seen them throw the ball on one of the 2 prior downs, now after getting stopped twice, Mike, they haven't gained an inch on the ground. I think on 3rd down, you have no choice but to put the ball in the hands of your quarterback and see if he can make a play through the air.
Contact up front.
Defense.
Did they get one of the defenders to jump? Looking for that final yard. It's 3rd and goal. They'll run with H.S. Good blocking, and he's in. Devon H.S. Touchdown, Miami.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
Riley Patterson now to add the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Dolphins will level things out at 7 apiece. We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. So here's the Baltimore offense getting set for their next drive. They'll work in a tie game here in the 2nd quarter and get started with 1st and 10. A throw left side, caught by Andrews. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game, and you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 5. On the give, here's Henry. He'll burrow his way forward for a couple. It was Zach Sealer in on the tackle.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the 1st down marker, and they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
Now a 3rd and 2. From the gun, Jackson. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down.
Gain of 8. And a Baltimore 1st down. 1st and 10.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
Quick throw there. That's going to wind up incomplete. Well, the receiver really didn't have much time to get himself open, so the incompletion brings up 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
The drag route, we used to say this is day 1 install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
On 3rd down, Jackson. They'll look to set up the screen here. Good hustle by the defense. He beat the offensive lineman to the blocks there. No gain on that screen pass.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a fourth down decision to make.
And he couldn't get that one to check up. It'll keep bouncing into the end zone. It's a touchback. Devon Achane ready to take the field with the rest of his Miami offensive teammates. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Now Ewers. Taken in by Achane. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 3. In motion, it's Waddle. Play clock has expired. We're not going to get this one off on top. From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 8. Slot man in motion right. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete. He was looking for Nick Westbrook-Akine there, and it'll be 3rd down.
Initially, a nice job by the receiver. He actually was open downfield. He was able to get behind the defense, but the window closed up so quickly they couldn't get the ball to him. Prevents the big play.
On 3rd down, it's Ewers. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete. Jalen Waddle, the intended target, and it's going to lead to 4th down.
Seems like there was some miscommunication that time. They clearly weren't on the same page. That's something that they've got to get on the sideline and get corrected as soon as possible, because I think they just missed out on what could have been a big play.
This returnable from inside his own 40. And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football.
44-yard line.
In motion goes Likely. On 1st down, they'll start the drive with Henry. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. 12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick 1st down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
Rashad Bateman, the intended target, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
When you air it out like that on these big shots downfield, they're not always high percentage plays. It takes a lot of things to line up timing-wise, location of the field, accuracy of the throw to result in those big plays. But I think they've got to continue to search for those and try to generate a little bit of a spark. Protecting the ball anytime you throw the ball in the middle of the field is obviously critical, right? That's where tip passes, that's where all sorts of stuff happens when you put the ball in harm's way. But you also have to protect your receivers. There's a bit of a trust back and forth where the receiver's saying, hey, I'm willing to go across the middle and compete for the ball. But now you're my eyes. You have to protect me and make sure that the location of the ball doesn't run me into a big hit.
Throw not able to be pulled in. It's incomplete. Looked like he may have got a little ahead of himself there. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
We're starting to see a lot of this on 3rd down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these 3rd down conversions. So you know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball. And in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up 4th down.
This is going to get out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Devon Achane ready to take the field with the rest of his Miami offensive teammates. And he's been a tough man to stop in this first half, putting up some big numbers already. And remember, we haven't even reached halftime yet. They'll bring Waller in motion here. They'll start on the ground. It's Achane. And that'll be a pickup of 3.
Achane, the ball carrier. He's taken down at the 17-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Second down, they need 7. They'll stay on the ground with Achane. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it.
At the 18-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
3rd down, they need 5. Throwing is Ewers. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
And while the play results in an incompletion, I think these are the type of decisions from a young quarterback that you're okay with. If the play's not there, if you don't feel good, throw the ball away, don't turn it over, and let's live for the next play call.
Here's Jake Bailey now. He's on to punt it for the 4th time tonight. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The Ravens offense ready to take over once again. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. A give right up the middle to Henry. He'll work his way forward for about 3 yards. Micah Fitzpatrick up to make the stop.
47-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
It is 2nd and 6. In motion goes Likely. Play clock down to 0. That's going to be a delay.
Offense.
Jackson now. That is left side and caught by Flowers. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. That's his 3rd catch of this first half and good enough for a first down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
Ronnie Stanley, a former 6th overall pick, guilty there. 2 minutes to play. First half, all tied at 7. We'll come back to Baltimore after this. Now it's Jackson. He'll swing this out wide to Henry.
Jackson's pass complete to Derrick Henry. A 2-yard gain brings up 2nd down at the 47-yard line.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Jackson looking to throw. Nothing doing there. He'll go down behind the line.
It almost seemed like the defender was getting the play call sent into his helmet, just like the quarterback, because he knew the play before they even snapped the ball, and that play had no shot.
3rd and long. Jackson up top again. Looking down the field, but that falls incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for third down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
And this will go down as a punt inside the 20 as it continues out of bounds. Devon Achane ready to take the field with the rest of his Miami offensive teammates. They'll start out first down and 10. Throwing from the gun is Ewers. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up second down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
A second down throw for Ewers. And he'll be taken down up around the 32-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in the opening half.
And that first down was huge for this offense. Now they can take a deep breath, focus on trying to put a late scoring drive together before we hit the halftime break.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Ewers looking to throw. And that ball incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Darren Waller. And it'll be second down.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down.
A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
Third and long obviously isn't an ideal situation to be in offensively. It makes you very predictable, which then places a ton of stress on your offensive line and your quarterback. So they've got to start being more productive in these early downs and set themselves up for more success come third down.
This one just too far for the receiver out in front of him. That one falls incomplete.
All right, so after that rough series throwing the ball, you know, conventional wisdom says, hey, we got to come out, we've got to establish some run, we've got to mix in some runs. And while they certainly want balance, they don't also want to just become one-dimensional. So take easy throws, give your quarterback a couple easy completions, let him see the ball get completed, and it's amazing how quickly your passing game can turn around.
Now, fair catch, he'll take it at about the 24-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And they'll elect not to run another play. Instead, just take a knee and take this on into the locker room.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Scott Hansen here with an abridged version of the halftime report. Both offenses still trying to find their way. Tight, competitive game, though, as we are tied at the half. To find out who will come out on top, let's rejoin our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Scott, thank you very much. Welcome back, everyone, for quarter number 3. Could not ask for more from that first half. All even as we begin quarter number 3. Washington now to return it. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Devon Achane ready to take the field with the rest of his Miami offensive teammates. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, first and 10. On the ground to start the drive, it's Achane. And that's going nowhere. Thrown down, literally and awkwardly, right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
On second down, Achane. And a much better result here. Give him 7, and it sets up third down.
Very positive returns on that run. I mean, really, the only thing not to like is that they weren't able to move the chains. But you know what? The way he ran there, I think they go right back to him and see if he has even a bigger carry in him.
Third and short, it's Ewers. He'll try to run for it. And he will have a first down, but I don't think that's going to stand. They're already heading backwards. So after the 5 yards are walked off, they face third and long. Throwing now, Ewers. And that is incomplete.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
Punt team comes out. Dolphins going to kick it away. He'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. Now the return. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Ravens offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. Low-scoring game, all time, third quarter, and a touchdown here could go a long way. See if they can get it on this drive. First and 10. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
I'm not sure how many guys grow up wanting to be an NFL fullback, Mike. They don't get the ball a ton. They're used to do all the dirty work. But in this case, this guy's showing off. Hey, coach, you get the ball in my hands, I can do some things.
They'll work straight ahead with Henry. The flag is down. It's a gain of a yard. But let's check the call. Jackson now on second down. That one just too far out in front, and it's incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins was the intended target for that one. Third down coming up.
You know, there's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
With the catch. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's fourth down.
Even though they gave up that last completion, Mike, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning, on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough third down situation, and now it brings up fourth down, and looks like they're going to get off the field.
A fair catch taken here, and it's going to come right at the 15-yard line. The Dolphins offense ready to see what they can do. We'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with first and 10. And he'll be taken down just shy of the 30. First time they've looked his way all game long. He comes through with the grab and a first down.
Every quarterback's dream is, can I get the ball out of my hand as fast as possible and get it to a guy that can do the rest after the catch? And it seems like nowadays, throughout the entire league, the best offenses thrive in yards after the catch.
And he finds some daylight up past the 35-yard line. A pickup of 7.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2 at the 37-yard line.
So, from the 37, here's second and a couple. In motion, it's Waddle. On the handoff, this is Achane. And he's going to weave his way forward. It's a first down at the 44-yard line.
A 7-yard gain. And the Dolphins first down. First and 10 at the...
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run. Third and short, fourth and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back. and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
He's going to air this one out, and this will be incomplete.
And you get a sense that in a really tight game like this, it's that one play that's going to tip the scales either way. So they come out swinging for the deep one on that one. They can't quite link up, but keep swinging. Keep generating those chunk plays, because typically in the NFL, chunk plays equal points.
They'll toss it here to Achane. Running room hard to come by as he'll get ahead for a yard. Malachi starts there for the stop.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. To throw is Ewers. Taking off, he'll try to get there.
Ewers on the scramble.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the 1st down.
Punt team headed out for the Dolphins. And not the greatest of results here. This is going to hit in the field of play and continue out of bounds. The Ravens offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. On the ground, here's Henry. And he finds some daylight. A pass the 35-yard line. A pickup of 7.
8 yards on the pickup, brings up 2nd and 2 at the 36-yard line.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd down and 2. On the option, they give it to Henry. Finding room across midfield. And he'll be taken down. A gain there of 15. 1st down, Baltimore.
This is a guy who's been doing it at a high level, Mike, for a long time. Not too many running backs finding success in the NFL past the age of 30. That's usually when they kind of ride off into the sunset, but as always, there's the exception to every rule.
He'll step up and run this. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
You could see the quarterback, once he got the snap, he was looking for any seam, any daylight, but nothing materialized, and he's fortunate he got back to the line of scrimmage.
They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Jackson gonna keep it himself. The defense not fighting. They stay at home, and they tackle him for no gain.
A lot of defense's strategy of defending the zone read, Mike, is we want that quarterback to pull the ball. It's one of their few chances throughout the course of the game where they can get their hits on him, and in this case, they're able to hold them to no gain.
Jackson from the gun on 3rd down. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete.
And when you look down the field, Mike, there's just really nobody creating any real separation. And instead, he tries to give one of his guys a 50-50 contested catch opportunity. But with the coverage as tight as it was, it just falls incomplete.
And this one's going to land out of bounds as they'll mark it inside the 20. Now, after the play, he'll stop it. We have an injured Dolphin. On play action, here's Ewers. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. Draymond Jones getting in there to drop him. It'll be a loss of 7 to start this drive.
And I like the idea of moving the pocket. It makes it harder for the defense to rush the passer, but you have to account for the end man on the line of scrimmage. And That guy's job is to set an edge. Nobody gets outside of me. In this case, the quarterback. You've got to be better protecting your edges anytime you put your quarterback on the move.
In motion, it's Waddle. A run out of the gun with Achane. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now, it's third down.
It's a gain of a yard, and it's third down.
From the shotgun, it's Ewers. He's got his man, right side, it's complete. And he'll be brought down, but not before they move it up past the 30-yard line. What a letdown for the defense. They allow a conversion on 3rd and 16. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. A run, and it's Achane. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 33, here's 2nd down and 9. They go play action with Ewers. Look wide, get this one complete, and he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. Now, after that last play, we have an injured Raven. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. From the pistol, here's Achane. And he'll get it back to midfield. That's it. No gain on the play.
Back's doing everything in his power to try to get that ball around the edge to the boundary, but just great pursuit there by this linebacker, staying with his angles, running through contact, and he makes the play behind the line.
Out of the gun, here's Ewers. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. He's looking for Devon Achane coming out of the backfield. And it's going to be 3rd down. Here's Ewers. This one complete to Washington. And he'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the 1st down. It's going to bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and we'll come out to the 20-yard line. The Ravens offense headed back to take over once more. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Henry. And he's taken down, but not until he gets to the 32-yard line. That one good for a dozen. And a very quick 1st down.
1st down.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up 1st downs without having to get to 3rd down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
And this time they are ready for it. Thrown for a loss. And it's 2nd down.
Behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard.
So points at a premium. Defensive battle so far as we are through 3. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. From the gun, Jackson. We'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Wow, an important one coming here. Tie game, late, and this is 3rd down. In motion comes Andrews. On 3rd down, Jackson. And this is caught on the sideline. Going to have the 1st down. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe not. They say the feet were out of bounds. Wow. Big, tight call there. For the moment, it'll be 4th down.
I think that's one he's going to look at on film tomorrow and want back. I mean, there was enough space there to get the 1st down. I know the ball takes him a little bit out of bounds, but he's got to get your 1st foot down, drag the 2nd. That's how they teach it, and just can't quite get it done.
The Dolphins offense make their way out to take over once more. We're all even, 4th quarter, so every drive so important at this stage. And they'll start with 1st and 10. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 19-yard line.
Man in motion here is Washington. Throw to the right flat. It is caught. And he'll be out of bounds up at the 30-yard line. A gain there of 10 yards. 1st down, Miami.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
In motion, it's Waddle. Now a give to Achane, heading right. Not much there. Maybe a yard. Now after that last play, we have an injured Raven. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. From the 31, here's 2nd and 8. Once again, it's Achane. No dice there. He is met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
Now Ewers. Now a screen set up for Achane. They get 14 out of the screen, and it's a 1st down.
You get in these situations, 3rd down, tie game, 4th quarter. I mean, this is really where your quarterback makes his money. You're going to put your faith and say, all right, what is the best play for this offense to execute? And the game really rests in the hands of your quarterback, and he continues to come up with these 3rd down pickups and continues to extend this drive. He's got a shot to come away the hero and win this game here late. Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
2nd and 10. They'll run this one straight ahead with Achane. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down.
Tackled by Trenton Simpson. A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
To throw, Ewers. And that is incomplete.
I really like the personnel adjustment by the defensive coordinator, Mike. They go dime coverage, so they're going to bring out 6 defensive backs, really play the pass and muddy it up with as many pass defenders as you can. Nowhere to go with the ball, and Now we got to see, does the offensive coordinator, when he sees that dime package take the field, what answers does he have?
Now fair catch is made, and it's just inside the 15-yard line. So here's the Baltimore offense getting set for their next drive. They'll begin inside their own 15-yard line, so a lot of real estate to cover. It's 1st and 10. They'll give it going left. There's Henry. And he's going to lose big yardage there, though we do have a flag. Let's see what the call is. On 1st down, they'll start the drive with Henry. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
In motion comes Andrews. And now compounding the issue here, we're going to get a delay. So that'll cost them half the distance. Back near his goal line, Jackson. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
He just stays on his primary read just a little bit too long. I think if he gets that ball to his check down a little bit quicker, not only is the ball completed, but I think there's some room to run. So, again, certain quarterbacks are better than others. The ability to process and eliminate targets quickly to move on to the next, that's a skill that really just comes from experience.
This will be returned from just beyond midfield, and he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. They'll run right here. It's Achan, and not much there. Good defense, held to no gain.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
2nd and 11. They'll stay on the ground with Achan. And a nice gain there. He's out of bounds, and that will bring up 3rd down.
A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Throwing is Ewers. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
That's just a brutal miss, especially on 3rd down. If he delivers a good ball, Mike, that's a completion, 1st down, and this drive is alive. And I think he just tried to be a little too perfect, and he overshoots his target. He's not there in time to reel it in.
Too much leg there. That one's into the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens offense ready to get back at it. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Play action now. Jackson. Now he'll swing it out to his fullback. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 21-yard line.
From the 21, here's 2nd and 9. Bateman is the motion man. On the handoff, running left is Henry. He'll turn this into a gain of about 4. It's going to lead to 3rd down.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Lamar going to work from the pistol. And that is incomplete.
I know it fell for an incompletion, but pretty impressive. He was able to push that ball really far downfield as he was being hit. Really says a lot about the arm strength that this quarterback has.
Ravens sending the punt team out there. Important punt here in this tie game late. This fielded inside the 35. The Dolphins offense ready to get back to work. They'll begin with 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Achane. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 9. Here's a give to Achane. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down.
By Trenton Simpson. A 3-yard pickup, and it's 3rd down.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. This one just too far for the receiver out in front of him. That one falls incomplete.
Bit of a risky throw there, Mike. You don't love to see a quarterback force the ball, especially into a crowded area. In the end, I think he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
On 4th down, out comes the punter. That is fielded at the 20. And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The Ravens offense ready to take over possession of the football. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. On play action, here's Jackson. Oh, the blitz gets there quickly, and down he goes. Micah Fitzpatrick multiple times All-Pro in his safety spot to record the sack.
With the right personnel, the safety position is like the ultimate chess piece, right? You can put him in center field to play pass. You can bring him up and make him a pseudo linebacker, but you also can bring him on pressure, Mike, and that's what this guy does so well. The timing and the speed, he got there in a hurry.
Quick slant into the hands of the speedy Flowers. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down.
Here's a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
A massive play here. Late, tie game, 3rd down. This will not do the trick. They stopped it behind the line. 4th down coming up. Now the Dolphins going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down is looming. Ravens bring their punt team out.
For the Ravens.
Here comes a return. And it'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. Devon Achane ready to take the field with the rest of his Miami offensive teammates. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the 4th quarter. Reaching for it, the tight end couldn't bring it in. It's incomplete.
Just seems like another case of predetermining where the quarterback is going to go with the ball. He had a lot of good route options on that last concept. I think if he just remains a little bit more patient, read the play out, let it unfold, will lead to some easier and better completions.
They'll bring Waller in motion here. Defender draped all over him, incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
On third down, it's Ewers. He'll try and get there on the ground. And the rookie gives himself up there at the end. That's a sign of a guy who's learned it quick. Picking up the first down.
1 yards. And the Dolphins, first down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
The defensive line has to do a better job of contain rushing, especially on third down. Like, you can't rush one-on-one. You have to rush as a unit. Keep the quarterback in the pocket, and when you let him get loose, this is what's going to happen.
Plenty of time, plus 2 timeouts at their disposal. It's 1st and 10. A-chain. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
We've seen this back have his way with this defense all game long, Mike. He's up over 100 yards for the game, but this time the defense said, we've had enough. They sold out to stop him. They hold him to no gain.
They'll try again here. It's 2nd and 10. In motion, it's Waddle. This one caught by Waller. A big play there on 2nd down, but we do have a flag on the field. And that's in an area where usually this play gets erased. Austin Jackson, the former first-rounder, guilty there. They'll drop to throw. They'll look to set up the screen here. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
3rd and long for Ewers. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
Great job there defensively, separating the man from the ball. And this is the moments of the game where you need your best players to step up. And this guy's showing what he's capable of doing in the game's critical moments.
And are they going to mark this out of bounds? They are. It's out at the 1-yard line. What a kick. The Ravens offense about ready to take over once more. We'll see how they want to attack things here, backed up deep in their own end. It's 1st and 10. Now Henry. Into the secondary. Past the 15. Look at him go. And he's going to go all the way. How about some late magic? They've taken the lead here in the final minute of play. Wow, one of those breathtaking plays, taking it the distance, going coast to coast. A long run pays off with a touchdown.
And Mike, what looks like a simple handoff, just trying to pick up some yards and get themselves out of the shadow of their own goalpost. He got through the initial wave, and he is gone. He takes it the length of the field for 6.
On is Luke to add the extra point. It's up and through. And the Ravens will move out to a 14-7 lead.
Dolphins 7.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Washington now to return it. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Dolphins offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. Here's 1st and 10. Now it's H.A. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
They'll come up now for 2nd down. Throwing from the gun is Ewers. Looking underneath for H.N. The Dolphins going to use their final timeout here, and they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play.
Well, this is a great example of the old saying, Mike. You never go broke taking a profit, and give credit to this quarterback. I know it's not the big explosive play he was looking for, but getting the ball into the hands of his running back allow him to pick up some extra yardage after the catch.
3rd and short, it's Ewers. That is incomplete, so the task gets more difficult. Time for maybe 2 plays. That's it.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense, because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
He's going to look for the home run ball. And he'll be taken down, and that is going to do it. Oh, the comeback falls short. Time runs out. This game is over. So it's a win here for the Ravens. And it was their defense that led the way as they pitched a shutout in the 2nd half. No points allowed, and they cruised to victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Ravens are victorious as we say so long from Baltimore.